Hello everyone, my name is Quang. My English name is Tommy. I'm 9 years old. Today, I will talk about history in lesson 145 in third grade. And first, I will review about the United States territories, the American Samoa, Northern Mariana Islands, Guam, Puerto Rico, and U.S. Virgin Islands. And I will review about the United States of America. This is Alaska, Hawaii, Washington, Oregon, Nevada, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Colorado, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Maine, New Hampshire, New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland. And I will review about the landforms. And the volcano is a mountain that have a hole that goes down into the Earth's mantle. And here's the George, the place where two edges of big pieces of land met. Here's the island that completely surrounded by water piece of land, and the peninsula is nearly surrounded by water. And this is the marsh. And the desert is the place where sometimes it is hot and cold. It is also dry. And here's the oasis. A pond or a lake in the middle of the desert. And this is a river. And the river is the moving fresh body of water. And the waterfall is the place where the river falls down to a lower layer. And the valley is the place between two mountains. Here's the mountain, raised above the hill piece of land. And this is the hill, the raised area of land. And today I will talk about Emily Earhart. And this is Emily Earhart. And there are some words to remember. And she was born in 1897 through 1939. There are some words there. Determination, finishing school, and pilot. And today I will talk about Emily Earhart and love for adventures. Emilia Earhart was a child. She loved adventures and going fast. One time, she grabbed her sled and started running. And then she started toward the steep hills, and she jumped on the sled, and it flew down. It flew fairly down the hill and then up the other. And when Emily's family went to warfare in St. Louis, Missouri, Emily saw her first roller coaster. That looks fun. After riding it, she tried to make one roller coaster of her own. The first time, it was not successful. The cart that she rode down fell off the track, and but she was not badly hurt, and she was determined to try again, and this determination will stick with her for the rest of her life. And the next time it did work, and Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart did this successful, and when she was in 8th grade, she saw one of the Wright brothers' airplane. It was not like fast flying airplane like today, but very slow, and they will stay in the air not long enough to cross the Atlantic Ocean or some kind of ocean. And then Emily Roebling, when she was 19 years old, she went to a school for girls that trained manners and as well as regular school subjects. And then when she moved to Christmas break at Toronto, Canada, World War I began. She began to work as a nurse for wounded soldiers, and think that she will become a doctor. But when she went into college and studied science, she did not have enough money to finish, so she did not become a doctor, and she didn't know what she wanted to do until her father took her to to an air show, and Amelia saw the fast flying airplanes and was amazed, and she decided to be a pilot. And in our next lesson, we will learn how she learns to fly and the records that she broke. And I will read. Emily Earhart, love for adventures. As a child, Emily Earhart loved adventure and the outdoors. She loved to go fast. Watch out, Emily shouted to her friends as she grabbed her sled, got a running start, and flew down the steep hills. Look at her go, her friend said in amazement. She's not afraid of anything. When Emilia's family went to World's Fair in St. Louis, Missouri, she saw her first roller coaster. And here's the timeline of important events. Emily Roebling was born in 1897 and died in 1939. And she was not born when Abraham was elected to be the 16th president and the Civil War began. And but she did live when World War I began, and she died shortly at the time when she died was the time when World War II started, and she did not live long enough to see America's 200th birthday. That looks fun, Emily said. After writing it, she went home and tried to build her own roller coaster. It did not work the first time. As she was riding the car down a ramp, she fell off. Emily was not badly hurt, and she was determined to try again. She had a successful trip down her roller coaster. Emily's determination would later help her to do amazing things as an adult. When Emilia was in 8th grade, she saw one of the Wright brothers' first airplane. It was not like the fast flying machines of today, and it could not stay in the air for long. Little did Emilia know that just a few years later, she would be flying high in the sky, breaking records and making a name for women pilots. Important words. World's Fair, an event where countries from around the world show inventions and achievements. Amelia Earhart, the first woman to fly an airplane across the Atlantic Ocean. Charles Lindbergh, the first person to make a solo flight across the Atlantic Ocean. And a solo means that a flight that you go alone. School years. When Emilia was 19 years old, she went to a finishing school when girls learn manners as well as regular school subjects. She did well, quickly made friends, and became a leader among her classmates. In her second year at finishing school, Emilia became the vice president of her class. Their motto was, "Honor is the foundation of courage." This is a motto that will stick with Emilia for the rest of her life. During Christmas break, Emilia went to Toronto, Canada. World War I had begun. She saw wounded soldiers and decided she needed to help. She did not return to school but helped nurses in a hospital until the war ended. This made her think, maybe I will become a doctor. I will have to go to college and study hard. Emily attended college and studied science, but she had to leave because she did not have enough money to finish. What will I do now? Emily wondered. That question was answered when her father took her to an air show. These airplanes were much different from the planes she had seen years before. These were excited, fast-flying planes that could perform tricks. "This is amazing," Emily shouted in excitement. "This is for me. I will be a pilot." And here is an important place. Howland Island, the island in the Pacific Ocean where Amelia Earhart was supposed to land. And I will talk about the timeline of important events. And you can see here's Emily Earhart from 1897 through 1939. And she lived when World War I began. And when she died, World War II also began. And you can see here's Dwight D. Eisenhower and Jim and Elizabeth Elliot. And in the year 1976, it is America's 200th birthday. And that is all I want to talk in this history lesson today. Thank you for your listening and watching. Goodbye.